Good afternoon.
Hi, Gabby. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm okay, and you?
Perfect. Okay, Gabby. So today we have to finish with the third grammar, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now I will show you my screen. And in this grammar, we'll see all the passives. Okay, so okay, so when we talk about passive modals, in this case, we have to remember all modals, okay? For example, let's see here. Okay, for example, one model that we have is food. We have another that it is can, right? What other models do we have? For example, models of permission. What is the common one?
Oh my God. Might?
Yeah, may, might, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for example, another that we have for example, would, should, right? For advices. What other it is considered as a modal? In order
Can?
to, yeah, okay, can is here.
Okay.
Another for making obligations.
Good.
Modals of necessity.
Will?
Okay, will it is a modal too. Be going to. What else? Another. For example.
What else? Could my should? No.
Yes.
I should is here. Okay.
Another one had better, for example. Must, will, be going to. Just to. Just to is considered like a modal and auxiliary. For me, this is in past. Okay, so for example, we have these modals. So when we talk about passive modals, we have to remember that always when we talk about, for example, here we are selecting all the modals, right? All the modals. And here we have to see, for example, what is a passive? The passive is always with be and the verb in past participle, right? Past participle. So we're gonna join these two grammars, passives with modals, okay? So do you remember, for example, that we have to change from active to passive? Right? For example, an active voice. An active voice. What is an active voice? When we always start with a subject, right? For example, subject plus the modal. Okay, subject plus the modal plus the verb in base form plus the complement, right? For example, we can make an example here. Okay. I should write a book. Okay. So here I have my subject, I have my modal, I have my verb, and my complement is here, right? So this part I have to convert into passive voice. So we remember the structure of a passive voice. We have to remember that when we have this active, this subject, it's gonna have another more name. For example, the another name is gonna be agent. What's happening? Okay, agent. So plus the verb, okay, that we're gonna have, plus the, sorry, the modal, plus the verb, plus the complement, but this complement, it has to have another name, that the other name, it is the object, right? So we're gonna have this, the object. In this passive voice, we're gonna be focused always in the complement. So the object, that it is the same as saying the complement, right? So after this, after the object, we have to put the verb be and the verb in past participle, okay? Do you remember that when we talk about present and past, we had more things to do because we had to realize that the object, it is singular or it is plural, right? But that was only in present and past. When we talk about modals, this be is not gonna be conjugated. It's gonna be static. Okay, so always, always is going to be be. Okay, so we're not gonna use is, neither are, no was, neither were, only be. Okay, so last, the verb in past participle. If we want to write the author, we will put by, and we're gonna put the agent, okay? So the subject, sorry, the agent, that it's the same of a subject, okay? So about this, is it okay, the structure? Do you remember?
Yes.
Perfect. Could you convert this example, this active voice, into passive?
Okay. A book. A book. Be, because it's not a book. Be.
Oh, sorry. Before be, in this part.
The model.
Yes, we have to put the model. Okay. The model plus be. Plus the verb in past participle. Okay. Yes, I was forgetting this. So now, I don't know what is happening. Okay, so now, how could it be?
Okay. A book should be written by me.
Perfect, right? So in this case, as we have the modal here, always the verb be, it's going to be static, okay? This is the easiest part from using a modal, a passive modal, because we don't have to follow the 30 steps in order to see the singular, plural, if it's present, if it's past, okay, no. So with all models, always the be is going to be static, okay? So yes, that is the thing. For example, one more example, if I say, she had better do the homework. Okay, she had better do the homework. How is it the passive voice?
The homework had better be done by her.
Perfect. Very good. The homework had better be done by her, right? And for example, some people used to have some confusions with be going to. For example, if we are going to, okay, we're going to make a cake, for example. How could it be the model?
A cake. Mm, is going to be made by us.
By us, all right? So in this part, as you can see here, for example, in be going to, yes, there is some confusion because we have to use two be's, right? But the first one always is going to be conjugated because this is part of the auxiliary, the modal. But the second, it is the passive, so always static, okay? Yes. Okay, the last one. Okay, how is the passive?
Okay. Mm, new cars used to be bought.
Okay, new cars used to be.
Bought.
Okay, bought
By him.
by him. Okay, perfect. So here the modal, the be static, and the verb in past participle, right? So until here, is it okay?
Yes.
Perfect. Now, here in the platform, we can see some examples. Like, for example, in this part, we are using be going to. Talia is going to interview Nick later in the day. In this part, do you think it is a passive modal?
No.
Okay. How could it be the passive?
Like Nick is going to be interviewed by Talia later in the day.
Yeah, perfect. Very good. So the structures that we can see here, the modal, be, the past participle. Here we use can, okay, with the passive to talk about present, future, or for abilities, okay? We have to remember this. Can always for abilities, but in this case, we could use it for present or past, okay? So could always is going to be used for abilities, but only for past, okay? Past abilities. So this part we have to be careful. Can for present and future, and the past of can, could, okay? So possibilities, future possibility, could, may, might, and can't for impossibility, okay? It is similar that we saw before. Do you remember when we saw modals? Yes, it is the same.
Yes.
But in this case, we're talking about with passives, okay? Yes, so what else? Should, ought to, and had better for making advices, okay? And have to and must for modals of necessity. right? So in this part, we can see all passive voice, all models that we saw before, okay?
Mhm.
Perfect. I don't know if you have some question until here, Gabby.
No, it's fine.
Perfect. Okay, Gabby, so now we're gonna do the exercises, okay?
Mm.
Give me a second. Okay. Okay. It is assigned. So let's open the passive modals one.
Mm, mm, mm.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Perfect. My mistake. Let's go next.
Mm, mhm, mm. Mhm. Mm. Teammate. Mm. Mm. Mhm. Mhm. Mm. Right. Okay. Me. Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. For example, in the first one, in this case, can't be a passive voice, right? For example, by now, most of you must be known that Mr. Bishop, or most of you must know that
Mm.
Mr. Bishop, right? Because
Mhm.
it doesn't have sense.
Mhm.
Yes. In the other, it is the same. Okay. It can't
Mhm.
be a passive. A player may be used. So can we just maybe used a riverly, or a player may use a
Okay.
riverly, right? And in the
Mhm.
third one is the same. Players have to be
Mm.
respect, or
Mhm. Mhm.
have to respect,
Has
right?
to.
Each other.
So, when we don't use this passive voice, is only with in present the verb in this case too.
Yes, yes, yes. It is like an active voice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
An active voice, it is always the modal and the
Mm-hmm.
verb in base form, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yes, we have to use it in that way. So those three are active voice, no passives.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
Now it's okay. So do you have maybe another question about this?
Mm, no. Just in this case, how can I recognize it's an active voice in this sentence?
Okay, in this part, for example,
Mhm.
it can't be a passive voice because if we have, for example, that it is, well, in this case, we can say that you is the object, right?
Mhm.
Must be noun. But after be noun, we have to have like an agent. Okay. So
Mhm.
in this part, we don't have an agent. We have only a complement that Mr. Bishop admitted.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay,
Mhm.
so with this passive voice, we have to be careful because um, sometimes we have to realize that if we have at the beginning the object, or we have only just a subject. And in this case, we had only just a subject. Most of you, it's like saying they, for example, or we, right? So that is how you are gonna recognize and try to give it like a reading part. After all, if the sentence has sense, or maybe it doesn't have, for example. Okay.
Okay.
But just in case, I will send you a document. Okay, right now I will send you a document for passives. Okay, so for all passives, and if you have some doubts, we can clear up the doubts when you finish doing it.
Okay, thank you.
Don't worry. Yes, I will send you. I will find for this. And this is for all grammars, so it's gonna help you a lot. Mm. Mm. Mhm. I will send you, and I will, yeah, I will look for it and I will send you, okay?
Okay.
Could you give me please 1 second? I have a call.
Okay, it's fine.
Gaby, ahora sí, mil disculpas. Ahora sí, a ver, te estoy asignando los quizzes para esta unidad 3, ¿ok?
Okay.
A ver, sí, te estoy asignando ahora. Ok, muy bien, ya quedó asignado. Y el día de mañana ya vamos a ingresar a la 4. Ahí está la 4. Y que son, de hecho, son más repasos, así que hay que darle una leída a lo que son, por ejemplo, si no me equivoco, son phrasal verbs y también
Okay.
vamos a tener creo, como object pronouns, pero más que todo los phrasal verbs, ¿ok?
Okay.
Perfecto, Gaby. Entonces, esta unidad ya más que todo son como repasos. Entonces, por hoy vamos a quedar acá, ¿ok, Gaby? So, let's finish with the daily survey.
Okay.
Okay, and see you tomorrow, Gabby. Take care a lot. Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow. Take care a lot too. Bye bye.
Bye.